What if I was just a completely different person, like, as soon as the podcast started? Like,
That'd be really weird.
Some crazy voice, like...
I don't know. I'd be caught off guard for sure. Wouldn't be like expecting that.
All right. What episode is 29? 29. This is episode 29. Welcome back to the Real Life Podcast. This is episode number 29, but this is also, at the day of filming this at least, June 13th. It has been 1 year since I've been doing podcasts officially. A whole year. So, yeah, pretty good. Whole year. Also, I'm wearing this shirt, and it's my shirt, actually. My thing that I created. Real Life Creations right here. Smile with the camera. I figured I would bust it out for this occasion for 1 year. If you like what you see, let me know in the comments, and I can get those rolling out if you dig those. There will be different color schemes, by the way, but let me know if you dig them. All right, today I have on Cody, right?
Yes, sir.
This is Cody. If you remember, I did a podcast with Will Jones. I called him the Candyman the whole time. It's labeled the Candyman. He introduced me to Cody, and so that's how this got started. Actually, I'm gonna read you exactly what he sent me.
Oh,
this
no!
is so funny.
I didn't know I didn't know about this.
This is what he texted me when he said that he had someone to be on the podcast with me. I just thought it was funny the way he just worded this. So he said he was gonna help me see if he can get someone on. He said, "I want to get my friend Cody on, who went from being a common thug to being a life insurance salesman, real estate guy, and who was a barber, and a damn successful one at that."
Barber. That was one of the biggest fails. I'll tell you, of being a barber, that never happened. By the way, it was literally like I tried. Whenever I wanted to go do something, I went all out, and I was like, okay, you know what? I one day decided, because my best friend, he's a barber, and he'd cut me up, and we were fucking around. And he just like, it was like, yeah, I made it seem all easy and shit. And I was like, man, I could fucking do this. And I went and bought everything I needed for like being a barber. I went and bought like the whole setup.
Yeah, all the guards and all.
Yeah, like I went and dropped like I don't even know how much on just buying. Never cut hair before a day in my life, but decided that I was gonna learn how to cut hair. And I tried teaching myself off of YouTube. That did not go very long. I ended up just giving away the set to a friend that could use it to make some money. And, I pursued some other things because at the time I was working at Spectrum and I was a sales rep. So,
okay. Cool. Before we get into the meat, I usually ask 3 different questions off this list. Just random creative questions I made and found, whatever. Just to get the juices flowing and whatever. There's 25 of them, so just give me 3 numbers between 1 to 25. Please don't pick 7. Everybody pick 7. Every single person pick 7.
7. 23.
Okay. If you were featured on the local news, what would you most likely be on there for?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Your haircutting skills?
No, definitely not my haircutting skills. I think it would... It'd be either because I'm inspiring somebody, hopefully. That's what I'd want to do, is inspire.
Would it be a mugshot?
No, not anymore. Not
never
now.
Never that.
No. Couldn't be a mugshot, not now. Not the way I'm going. I got tatted up real young, so I guess I kind of fit that description of looking like one with all tattoos and shit, but... No, not now.
Okay, 2 more numbers.
15.
Okay, let's see. If you could start a charity, what would it be for?
That's right off the bat, I would want to do it for shooting survivors.
Okay.
I'm a shooting survivor myself. I'd want to start something up for, the people and families that are suffering from these gun violence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's something that'd be like real near and dear.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that would catch on these days.
Oh yeah.
With
That's something that I eventually want to start to push. I want to create a campaign around, and I'd love to do that. Something that I'm actually really passionate about.
yeah, I'm sure we'll get into that more. What last number?
4.
What would be on the gag reel of your life?
Gag reel in my life. Probably a lot of good memories, family memories, and good times with friends, and just a lot of the good stuff in general.
Yeah, I would hope. Good stuff.
Yeah. That's about it.
All right. So from the beginning, what does a classic thug mean? what?
I honestly, I don't know why he'd paint me like that. Honest to God, I was not a thug. I mean, it was more of... I don't even... Yeah, I'm put on the spot here trying to explain this, but I guess I was kind of I did deal in a lot of bad shit whenever I was younger. High school, middle school, high school, I was into some bad things, and, you know, I was known being that kid at school that sold drugs, and you know, like people knew to come to me and shit. You know, I was out on my own at 17, kicked out of my house. I had started
Because of that?
Yeah, it was because of that. Because me just, I mean, my parents didn't want drugs in their house. I mean,
Just having a hard head.
Oh yeah, I was a real dumbass.
Did you ever get to make that right with your parents?
Oh yeah, of course. Now they're real cool. I mean, I've flipped my life around. I don't do that shit no more. You know, I had to stop. I had to tell myself that, you know, this lifestyle is not great for me. That of course didn't come till a couple years after. By the time I was probably like 18, 19.
So how young were you when you got into it?
I started really young because I grew up in McAllen, Texas, so I'm from the Valley. And where I went to middle school was, you know, 6th grade. I was around a lot of like heavy influences of these gangs and shit like that. So I kind of got into that around that lifestyle real young, and that's kind of what I always hung around. I was the only white kid in an all Mexican school. There was one other black dude, and he was my friend.
Oh.
So we were the minority at this school, so it was just like, really there wasn't much to hang around with, but so I gravitated toward hanging around with the bad kids, and you know, but now, you know, it taught me a lot of lessons, just on what I do now, and kind of paved the way.
Yeah, I had a guy on my last podcast, actually. His name was Jacob. He signed that thing, and he was talking about he used to be addicted to meth, and he's been 1 year clean now. But he said that he's from Abilene, Texas, and he said it was like the same kind of thing. Like, it was awful. Like that time was just like full of all kinds of.
Meth is a very bad drug. Once you start getting into shit like that, like, it is very bad. I had mostly always sold weed. I got into selling like coke at one point. That was probably as bad as I really got. I had friends though that, I mean, even just recently, you know, we lost one of his brothers to a suicide. He had got out of prison after doing 4 years, man.
Oh dang.
30 years old, and he just had a really hard time, and from what they believe, it was a suicide by heroin. And they were
dang.
so he
Overdose.
was. They were all. There were 3 brothers that I know, and they were all heavily addicted for a long time. So I grew up knowing them and seeing that, and that was really hard.
So you never got in trouble, like, with the law for it? You got lucky?
Picked up on just little stuff, man. You know, never
got lucky.
Yeah, I got lucky as hell. There's a lot of things I probably shouldn't have to wait for, but I got very lucky. I'm very blessed in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure. You said you were young when you got your tattoos. How young were you? When you
Started getting tattooed at 15.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, obviously, that's not legal. So,
no.
Just one of your friends or something?
Yeah. Friends started... at one point, first tattoo, actually, I bought a tattoo kit off of online.
Oh, wow.
And, I mean, I'm 15 years old. I'm buying a tattoo kit online because I want to get tattooed up. Dumbest decision I could ever make, because all we did was started scribbling shit all over. I did one on my ankle, and I had to get it covered up eventually because it looked so stupid.
At least it was something that could be covered up. And
yeah, you know, it doesn't look too bad now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started getting tattooed real young. Of course, my parents didn't like it. That was a shitstorm. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a rebel in every way. It was bad.
Yeah.
Um,
So you got it in a place like that you could easily cover up, like wear pants or whatever, you'd be fine.
yeah.
Like it wasn't the knuckles or anything like right away.
No, the knuckles didn't come till I was probably like 17.
What does your knuckles say?
Pain.
Oh,
and then
cool.
Gain.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
My brother is covered in tattoos too. He said he doesn't want. He said he doesn't want to be able to see his skin.
I feel him on that. I feel like tattoos are definitely a way of expression.
Yeah.
You know, it's I know for me, like sometimes I feel like whenever I get a tattoo, if it's something and reminiscent of like what I've been through or whatever, it helps kind of put a heel on that aspect of my life a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coming up with excuses for tattoos.
Yeah. He said what he said was he doesn't want to be able to wear a shirt either. Like he wants to be able to not wear a shirt. Like, because everybody sees his tattoos.
Oh yeah, I feel like I got my back covered up. I mean, I got a full back tattoo.
So does he.
So I mean, it's like I guess it's definitely a culture now.
Was that a painful one?
That being painful. Oh yes, that was my most painful tattoo.
That's what he said too. The back was the most.
Oh, it's all the nerves back there, man. You're talking about just it's painful. I was crying. I was in tears.
He had one on the back of his neck. He has one on the back of his neck here too. He said that was awful.
So I want to get a neck tattoo too. But I'm dreading that one.
Yeah, I can see like the sides of the necks being okay, but
going
like,
right here,
like,
once it's
yeah,
that ain't gonna feel right.
Like I can't even barely like touch it with my finger.
Yeah, and then you just think of a needle just stabbing into you, and like, oh shit.
I've heard the ribs are awful too.
The ribs gotta suck. I want to do a chest piece soon because I've been working out, so I'm trying to. I want to be able to eventually get covered up in a nice chest piece, start filling out my arms and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, it's a very painful hobby. I don't know if that's a hobby, but yeah.
I'm looking at getting some tattoo artists on here and stuff like that. Let them tattoo me while we talk. I think that'd be super cool.
That would be pretty legit.
I have they're called lapel mics that you just hook onto their shirt so that they can be freehanded. I think that'd be super cool. So soon I'm looking into doing that. I'm very excited for that. I think that'd
be a dope way to like run a podcast. Getting tattooed while you're on. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just let everybody do this arm. Like I mean, I also have ideas for other stuff, but like I'll just let like whoever comes on, like obviously I'm gonna not do do whatever you want.
An arm isn't too bad. You could sit through a podcast and get tattooed by your arm. Yeah. I sat through my sleeve and it wasn't bad at all.
I think it'd be the best position to be able to like look at the camera and stuff too, like not on my back, like laying flat down trying to talk to them or
talking
something.
up.
Oh my gosh, that'd be awful. Okay. Wait, are you older than me, us?
I'm 24.
Okay, so yeah. Are you 24 yet, Will? Will's behind the camera, by the way. In December. Okay,
December
so 23rd. So you'll turn 24 before me. I'm in March. So I guess I'm the youngest. Okay, yeah, not that far out. Okay. So you go through high school, you get kicked out, doing all this crazy stuff. So how did you get into sales and stuff like that?
Spectrum, sales started no. So Spectrum was just like way after. It took a lot to get to Spectrum, a lot of stuff. I went through first initially. I was honestly just like I was slinging weed and hustling and staying on friends' couch. I dropped out of school, so I dropped out at the beginning. The first 2 weeks of 10th grade, dropped out.
In all honesty, did that make good money?
Selling?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was raking in stacks. I mean, I remember I was just now I think about it, I was like, damn, I was so young and just like I had money and buying stupid shit, and it was just I was definitely really reckless, but I was definitely living like that whole bum lifestyle. Like, I'm sleeping on my friend's couch, but I'm trapping, and we had money. It was fun though. We had a lot of good times. Got a lot of good parties. It was a good group of guys. Yeah.
Did any of the rest of them flip their life around too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some of them doing really good. Yeah. And I always root for my people. Like I want to see everybody succeed. I really believe that life is a journey. I think that we all go through things that sometimes may hit us in the left field. But I always believe that everybody can and eventually hopefully will turn around their life.
Yeah. What were you saying now about getting into sales?
So sales, I started with going to it was a job fair for Alorica, and that was my first sales position that I ever took up, where I was actually selling over the phone, selling direct TV, and I ended up killing it.
I had an interview there once.
I ended up killing it. It was a stupid rinky-dink floor, and it was selling direct TV.
Yeah.
And I ended up fucking killing it, and a lot of people were like, usually just bouncing out of there and fucking quitting and shit. It was not that it was hard to kill it there, but not a lot of people did, and I ended up being one of the top performers there. And then I got the idea to go to the car business because I had heard the car business was like selling there. It was awesome. So I had the hype from doing really good at Alorica. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna jump over to the car business. And I went into the car business and I sucked. I tanked at the car business. I spent almost 2 years in the car business, but I just totally sucked. Like I was not making shit. My sales were bad. I bounced around to different dealerships is what happened. So I kept trying. I knew I sucked, but I was like, maybe if I just go to this dealership, maybe because they do buy here, pay here, I'll have a better chance. Maybe because they don't do credit checks or some shit like that,
Yeah.
And so I tried a couple different dealerships. I started with the Toyota Bernie, and then went to Audi, and then from Audi went to like this small car lot that didn't do background or didn't do the credit check and stuff like that to see if it was easier.
Did you find that it was easier to sell supercars compared to normal cars, or vice versa?
Whenever you get into a good conversation with one of those guys that are coming in, because you'll know like because that guy's going to be looking at that car and he wants that car, and usually those guys will have a good conversation about like sports cars and whatnot, and they'll usually have one themselves and just be looking into like buying a newer model or some shit. I talked to one of those guys working at Audi, and so that's how common it was. It wasn't every day. And then usually there was a guy that always sold those fucking sports cars, like the R8s and the sports package models and shit. But no, where I found real success was in definitely at Spectrum. Spectrum kind of like. I was there. I did that for almost 4 years, and I was making really good money there. I came up there, but I think sales. Once I just got into sales in general, it showed me a different style of like earning money, and it took me on my own path of just growth and just living right.
Yeah. Do you think that selling the drugs like helped you, gave you any skills or anything, learning how to sell or talk to people? Or
yeah, in a way. I mean, it was just I hustled. I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't know. It's hard to say because in a way it does because selling was one of.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm a born salesman if you like think of it that way.
Yeah.
I sell life insurance now, so.
Yeah. There you go. Was it different going from selling something illegal to something legal? And you're like, oh,
yeah, the change was like the change of like. Thinking like, oh man, I'm really trying to like just go straight, trying to do right. My mom was always afraid that I was gonna end up in jail. I mean, she went through the whole thing of me getting shot. That was horrible. I hate putting my family through things,
Was getting shot due to the drugs?
No, it wasn't due to drugs. It was more of just wrong place, wrong time.
Okay.
It was just wrong place, wrong time at that. But just it was things like that though. Just putting my mom. Through my family through that, getting those calls of like not knowing what's happening. One time I'd gotten arrested. My mom had to come bail me out of jail. It was just, I don't want to put my family through that anymore. So,
where did you get shot at?
So I got shot in my back, middle of my back.
Yeah.
It was about a half inch from my spine.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
Dang, so you've gotten really lucky a lot.
I'm pretty lucky. I believe in God, man. I believe that God's been with me. He's blessed me throughout this journey, and I give all my grace to Him. I mean, He's blessed me. I do feel He's walked with me like every step of the way. Because I can honestly say I have a pretty strong testimony in a lot of things. I've had a lot of crazy shit happen to me. Not just getting shot, but even after, man.
Yeah, oh, I bet. What's this down here? So was there like some specific event or anything that got you out of the illegal stuff, or did you just like decide that you didn't want to do it anymore?
No, it took like a lot of like events.
Yeah.
It's okay, because this is what being a hardhead is. it's not once that you can go and fucking touch the flame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once your environment is that, it is a little bit hard because you're gonna, if you're just kind of riding that.
Yeah.
You know what's there, and I knew what was there, and I just kind of did it, and I lived that way for a while. It took me, honestly, just having to put everything into perspective of like, is this lifestyle really what I want? I had to look at the people around me. I had to really consider everything, every aspect of my life and the way I live my life. I feel that now I'm really hard on myself about, doing right and eating right. And I was never like that before. I never held myself accountable. I think accountability in what you do is just a big thing. And I thought like a child and I acted like a child, and now I grew up and I think like a man. I act like a man.
Yeah.
That's really all it was.
Yeah.
Best way I can explain it.
Do you think that nowadays that's kind of like an image, like the drug dealer, like people for some reason love that. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I don't understand
that,
either. And to that point, I see that a lot, and it bothers me now because I know people that were real deep and shit. I knew people that were real way into more shit than I was ever.
Yeah.
And they now, a lot of them, they stay away from that whole lifestyle now because they know what it is.
Yeah.
But then you see people glorifying it and acting like it's cool and whatever, and I'm like, y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't get it.
Yeah.
These are people growing up with the image of this stuff, and not any of them has any clue what this lifestyle actually comes with.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that does bother me sometimes.
Do you think that is what kept you in for so long? Like people thinking it was cool, you're getting money,
It was, yeah. Honestly, yeah. There was a self-image for sure. There was an ego, definitely. I mean, posting money and fucking bundles of weed and just shit like that. It was definitely like a big ego because I remember I had girls who come through, man. Really hot bitches sometimes. And then, it was I'd feed off. You feed off that.
Yeah.
So, I guess that was that too. For sure.
Yeah. So do you think if there were people around you that were not into that, you didn't have girls coming over and so that, do you think you wouldn't have been in for so long?
No, I think that I guess it would have been the circumstances too. If I felt like I had no other way and I needed to pay something, I'm like, all right, I'll go flip sack. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that either. But I can't say it was always about the ego part either because there was moments there where nobody really knew I was doing it. I kept low key, and I was just kind of doing it to move. But I don't know, man. It's a weird lifestyle because whenever you're in it, you don't realize how bad things can go wrong, even if you do know things can go wrong. I don't know. It's weird because now that I look back on it, I think that I was just young and stupid and I make excuses for myself. But the reality is I was living that shit, and people continue living it.
Yeah.
People stay stuck in it.
Yeah.
And they die from it. And they the worst outcomes. I was lucky to turn away from that, to choose that I don't want to be around people that I feel like could get me shot or could something wound up happening. I refuse to be around any kind of ghetto shit anymore.
Yeah.
So.
So do you ever look back at times and you're like, I didn't even realize it, but I was so close to dying?
Plenty of times, man. Dude, I talk about it all the time. I was walking on a thin line. It was the thinnest type of line, man. I mean, there was no, man. You look back at some of the things that happened to me, and most times, 9 times out of 10, that story is on the news, and it goes all the way wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've seen a lot of. Because it was always the guy next to me. That guy ended up, getting life, or this guy ended up dead, and it was just why not me? Yeah. And I've asked myself that a lot of times, and I feel that I guess God does have a purpose for me, and I love to believe that.
Yeah.
But it was just, dude, there was plenty of times I thought I should be dead, locked up. I was just living reckless, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So was Lorca your first job besides that? Like.
No, I'd worked at like SeaWorld and.
I did SeaWorld too. Okay.
Oh, dude, SeaWorld was actually pretty awesome. I was I was in the front, you know, doing the sales clerk.
It depends on what you do there. Some of the jobs there, it's like awful. Some of them are cool.
Yeah, the one where I was working was pretty cool, man. We found out a little system there and made a little extra cash.
Yeah. I worked with the dolphins. I would get in the dolphin tanks with them, and I was a photographer, so I'd take pictures of the people that would come. Just one with the dolphins and stuff. It was pretty cool. Got to ride some dolphins. Got to take pictures of them. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like whenever they like let us all ride the rides, whenever nobody was there at the park, I thought that was a shit.
Yeah. So sales, like always, that's just always been your thing.
Yeah, sales is just. I mean, I feel that in life, you know, you're always selling yourself. You know, whatever you do, sales is in everything, and so sales is just a part of life. It's what I do, I guess.
Yeah.
The product I choose to sell, it could be anything. You know, right now I sell life insurance. I already finished my classes for real estate. I just got to go take the test and finish the real estate licensing. I just took up life insurance quicker because that stuff I can do over the phone. I'm able to sell and just call clients, and I can sell policies right over the phone. Been doing pretty well with that, and selling life insurance over the phone I've been doing pretty well with that. I can sell it in person as well, but it's something that I can do anywhere, and I like that because eventually I want to go travel. I want to go. I'm actually thinking about buying like a camper and like doing some traveling around Colorado.
Like an RV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got a truck. I don't know if you saw it out there.
Yeah.
The green truck's mine. And I want to like throw a mattress in the back of it.
Dude,
put like a tarp
do it.
Over it.
Do it, man. You don't have no kids?
No kids.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, we're young.
I think that'd be super cool.
I want to go see the world, man. I want to go. I mean, I've already been to Colorado a couple times this last year, but I fell in love with it. It's so beautiful out there. The weed's good.
Oh yeah, have you ever been out of the country?
Yeah. So we went out to Fort Collins and actually rented a cabin out there.
Okay.
We stayed out in a cabin in Fort Collins in like these beautiful woods in Poudre Canyon.
Yeah.
That was actually really cool.
So I've been to Jamaica.
Oh man, you've done real traveling.
Yeah, that was super cool. And I went to the Caribbean,
nice.
Mexico. I've been to Mexico like twice.
See, I probably could take one of those if I go on one of those cruises. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Jamaica is a wild place. Yeah. It's a wild place. I mean, you see like things on TV or whatever, and you're like, I bet it's not really like that. It's pretty close.
I had a friend of mine that went to Jamaica, and he told me he had like a badass time there, smoked weed and shit.
Oh yeah, and people offer you all the time. You smoke ganja, man.
Oh man, that's cool.
But you can't do anything. You're on a cruise, like in international water. You can get in bad trouble for that.
Oh man, yeah. See, that's the reason I'd have to be careful traveling. I'd never traveled to any other country, so it's like if I like. Whenever I do decide that I want to go out of the country, I need to like really like know that country's laws before I like take off. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, being able to travel. I want to go to Europe.
Yeah, Europe would be cool.
Europe, I feel like it'd be an awesome place to see.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Greece.
Greece?
Greece is up there on my list. That'd be super cool. Yeah.
I don't know why, man. I want to go to Russia. Something about Russia. I want to go see Moscow. It would be really cool.
I have a friend that went to Russia. His name is Peter. I talk to him all the time. He loves it. He's done like 2 or 3 times.
The Russian people are pretty crazy, but they they're cool.
Yeah, I'm a photographer. On my camera stuff, so part of the reason I like to travel too is get cool pictures and stuff. And
oh yeah.
All that. One of my dream shots is the Northern Lights in Alaska.
Northern Lights.
I think that'd be so good.
Oh man, that's like once in a lifetime experiences. You know, like that'd be amazing if we can get that picture. You will.
Oh yeah, one day. This in July, I'm going to Big Bend National Park. Yeah, cool there. I think that'd be cool. It'd be super cool, taking cool pictures there. Apparently, they're known for their stargazing, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the first trip I take my truck on.
Man, that road trip up to Colorado, being able to see like just like whenever we stopped at like one point during the middle of the night and just got out of the car and sat on top of the car and was just looking up at the stars, man. That was the first time I've seen stars like that.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. I fell in love with it. And I remember telling myself, like, man, I could live out in the country, you know, and just being able to have this over me every night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The drive out of Texas, oh my gosh, man.
It's so bad. Texas is the worst drive because it's 9 hours of just, like,
desert.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And then you get through New Mexico. New Mexico ain't shit either.
Yeah, you go through New Mexico in like half an hour, though. You're gone.
Pass up some cornfields.
Yeah. Going through Texas, man.
That was boring.
It's so weird. Like, it takes forever to get out of Texas, and then you just go bombing through the other states, and you're like...
Yeah, then you're in Colorado.
Yeah. Like, dang.
It's just because Texas is just so fucking huge, man. We're a big state, man. Whole lot of desert.
Oh, yeah. So, can you tell when people are into the same stuff that you were in? Like, if you see someone walk into somewhere, like...
Oh, man, I'm a very... I love to believe that I am a very good judging character, but it also takes me a little bit of interaction. You know, like, sometimes I can look at somebody and maybe think, you know, probably because the dude looks like he's strung out. But, no, like... I don't know. I know the environment. You know, I know the surroundings. So, like, I'll give you an example. Not too long ago, I hooked up with this girl on Tinder. She wanted to go downtown and party. I was totally down. I don't really go out much, but she was pretty hot. And I was like, all right, I'll go out with your friends. We went out downtown. We hung out with the friends. They took us to that St. Mary's Strip, you know, by the, I guess, like gay bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that. You know, it was a good time. We drank. It was all right. Whenever we left was the problem, because she took us over to the east side in a parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a bunch of cars started pulling in. People started getting out. Everybody's hanging out in the parking lot. Whenever I start going into surroundings like that and I don't feel like I'm in a safe place or like I just feel uncomfortable, I analyze my situation. I look at the people around. I'm asking myself, like, all right, these guys going to be problems, like, really drunk, like, what's going on? I'm trying to get a feel for the room or a feel for the vibe and everything. And it was good for, like, a good 5 minutes. It was good for a good 5 minutes because what happened was this other car started pulling up and, like, a bunch of dudes started getting out and, like, they were, like, you know, whenever they were, like, looking like they were trying to post up. And I'm just like, okay, dude, this is not good. Like, I need to get out of here. Like, this girl's, like, I don't know who she's fucking with. Like, I don't know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at her, and I made an excuse. I was like, hey, I'm going to go to the car to grab something. And I just turned around. The group was over here, and, you know, the situation was kind of already getting hot, and they were, like going back and forth fighting and stuff like that. And I was just like, dude, something's going on. Like, something's, you know, and I started walking away. In that situation, I can tell this is just a bad place to be right now, you know? And so I'm a good judge of, like, my surroundings, you know?
Yeah.
I like to be aware. I get out of situations whenever I need to because I don't want to put my family, I don't want to die or get shot again.
Yeah.
I've been around those type of people, and I know what can happen, so I'm like, I'll get out. I don't need to fight anybody. I don't need to show my ego. I don't need to prove anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I bet if you were in that position, though, a lot of people would probably be more scared of you than you were of them. You're 6'5", you're not.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem a lot of the times, too, because, like, I am sometimes, I can look a little menacing, I guess, or I can come off looking the wrong way sometimes, and, like, guys, I think, will feel threatened by it, you know, and so sometimes, like, cause I'm such a nice dude, I'll buy you a drink, or, like, if you're cool and I'm talking to you, man, we'll shoot the shit all day, you know. I'm non-confrontational. I don't go looking for fights, man. That's not me, you know. But whenever dudes start getting in my face and stuff like that, it becomes another thing. And whenever I look like I'm getting mad, it definitely is not good because like I'm, you know, once I look like I'm getting mad, they're really feeling threatened. Yeah. And that's like kind of what can stir shit up, you know?
Has it ever been like the other way where like people don't think you're as tall as you are or like as fit as you are or whatever, and then you like stand up and they're like,
yeah.
oh god, like that happens to my brother all the time because he's 6'5". People try to mess with him or whatever, and then he'll just stand up and they're like.
Well, I remember there was this one time like a dude thought I was looking at his chick, and we were at a bar, but he was a short guy, man. Like I don't know, like he just wasn't bigger, but he like came over and was asking if like I was talking to his girl and whatnot. Why was I looking at her like that? And I just kind of stood up because like. For one thing, he was getting real close to me, and like once you start getting real close to me, man, I don't feel comfortable. I need you to give me some space. Yeah. So I stood up, and like the dude just started getting like as soon as I stood up, he started getting like I was like, man, I'm just standing up because I don't you're getting a little too close to me, man. I'm not trying to fight you. Calm down, and so things like that, man. Yeah. But I have a good way of trying to calm down situations, though. Yeah. I can talk to people. I'll try to. You can come at me angry, raging, and if I am steadily just almost silent and direct with you, you're gonna take that as off-putting. Because if you're coming at me real angry and pissed, and I'm just there like, okay, man, let's sit down and talk for a second. Like, calm down. I don't want to fight you. I don't need to. I don't have anything to prove to you. If you want to fuck me, or you want to do that to me, man, there's we can go at it, but I'm not gonna go at you because there's no point. Yeah. I try my best to simmer down situations before I let it go too far. Yeah. Just because I've been there when a lot of those outcomes have gone real bad, and I've seen what can happen when things go bad. Oh yeah. So it's kind of that's the reason why I am the way I am with that.
My brother has this fear that his tattoos will get him in trouble for some reason. Like he's always worried about that. Like
they can.
Like we'll be somewhere and. He'll be all like weird about taking his jacket off or something if he's wearing.
But it depends. What kind of tattoos does your brother have?
They're not bad at all. Like literally, he has heaven and hell. Then he has like these angels fighting these demons, and he has a microphone right here because he's a musician. And he has a 7 on his back and name Pierce on his back for our brother that died on June 7th. That's his whole back, and then I guess he has Sewer Rich tattooed on here, which is like his rap group thing, but.
But he doesn't have like a spur on him or.
Oh no!
Yeah, see, like weird. He doesn't. Yeah, see, as long as he doesn't have like any like gang animals, he won't be attacked. Like, see, I can probably get in more trouble with somebody looking at that and taking it the wrong way, because that's a 5-point star. Like I didn't think about that whenever I was getting it. Yeah. Didn't really even know the whole background on that, and then I found out later, and I was like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna have to get that covered up too.
He's always like. Do you think I can take my jacket off here? Do you think I can? I'm like, what? You don't.
Nah, you don't have to worry about that.
You don't have any weird tattoos on.
As long as it's not like anything gang related, no one's gonna care. I've never seen a guy get mad about a heaven and hell tattoo.
Yeah, like they're all like spiritual tattoos. Oh, he has. If you only knew what it took right here as well. But it's like they're all spiritual tattoos. Like I'm pretty sure no gang's gonna be like, you got angels on you. It's on site.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like it doesn't. I don't know, but. He's had a lot of friends getting bad stuff like that too. And
your brother's Luke?
Yeah.
Luke, I think I know Luke.
Really?
It's tall one.
Yeah, super tall. Yeah. I can pull a picture of him actually. Going to the bar with him is something else. I've been hanging out with him, going to the bar with him a little bit. I never was a bar guy really. I like to stay in more. I used to, but I started going out with him. I was like, all right, I'll go out with you. And man, that guy. First of all, he can put it down. Like
he can put it down.
Oh man. But also, he's just like, see, this is a recent picture of him.
Oh man, no. Dude, he does look familiar.
That's like awful, but his friend took that picture of him. He just cut his hair. He had longer hair.
Let me show you. Tell me if this is like his snap. Is this his snap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I know your brother.
Yeah.
I know your brother.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, the 7 on his back. Yeah. See, that's when he had his longer hair.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I know your brother.
Yeah. How do you know him?
Man, he had actually he knew some cats that actually were friends of one of my friends.
Okay.
And they ended up at like a house party.
Oh, okay.
And so I met him there.
Yeah, dude, this always happens. I could literally be anywhere in town. I could be all the way deep in the south side, or I could be downtown somewhere. I could be all the way across town, and someone be like, "Is your brother Luke?" I'm like,
yeah, he's gotten around.
All the time. I saw him at a party once, or my friends' dogs' owners know him. It's like okay. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know how to feel about that sometimes. I'm like, that's weird. Like this kid, man. Like, man, there's been times where I've like started talking to these girls or something, and then they're like, I know your brother, and I'm like, okay, all right, that's enough of that.
Oh man, you're
It's
thinking
so
in your head like,
weird.
oh man, that's my brother been all through you.
It's so weird. One time I told him, I was like, how am I supposed to meet anybody like new or like at all? Like that doesn't know you. He's like, you got to get out of San Antonio. I was like, all right.
That's probably a true statement.
Yeah, that kid gets around.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Well, that's interesting. There you go.
Well, you knew Will, so... And did you go to Brennan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we all went to Brennan.
Oh, you went to Brennan too?
I went to Brennan for my freshman year.
Okay. Oh, so only a freshman. Yeah, so I wasn't there for my freshman year. I came during my junior year.
Yeah, I dropped out junior year, beginning of the junior year.
Oh, there you go.
Were you in the same class as well?
Yeah, we graduated together.
Oh, so yeah, we would have been in the same class.
Yep. Luke is...
A grade below us.
Two grades below us, yeah. He graduated in 18, we graduated in 16. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I didn't know you went to Brennan. That's cool.
Yeah. So whenever I moved up, I spent 8th grade, so 6th, 7th, and 8th in De Leon whenever I was living down in McAllen, Texas. And then we moved up here, and they put me into Brennan, and Brennan was just such a new environment for me.
Yeah.
Never been in like a school like that. That was so new, like, because I'm coming from the Valley. This is like all Mexican school, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so bad because, like, I had the Valley slang. I had,
Yeah.
like, I talked with like, I don't even know how to explain it, man. It was just, you know, I felt so new at that school. I remember, I was thinking in my head, like, how will I make friends? Like, you know, like, I wonder, like...
Reagan. Brennan's a pretty friendly place, though. I mean,
It was. It wasn't a bad school at all, man. Like, there were a few, like, dickheads, but, you know.
So I went to Reagan for the first 2 years of my high school career. You know where Reagan is? Up in Stone Oak.
Ronald.
Super rich kid school.
Yeah.
Right? Rich kid cocaine school. Like, it's just not, you know, everybody's driving cars with their mom's money.
Damn.
Like, worth so much. And it was different. Yeah. People were dickheads there.
I believe it.
Like snotty, not dickheads.
Yeah.
Not just like...
They're just assholes.
Yeah, not just rude, but... And then Brennan was pretty cool. I felt like Brennan was pretty inviting. Like, I didn't feel like I was super, like, awed out for too long. Like,
Yeah. Me neither. I ended up making friends. I mean, I made friends with Will. Will was, like, one of my first friends, now I think about it.
That's right.
Did you buy candy from him?
No.
He was into sales in school, too.
Yeah, I know. He was in a lot of sales, man. He was always the Candyman, man. Like, he was always the Candyman.
To
That
this
was so
day,
cool.
that's his name in my phone, Candyman.
Candyman Will.
I spent so much money on candy on him.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't spend enough.
Hey, you bring more. You should go knocking door to door with.
But I always respected Will for that, and
Oh, yeah.
and you know, like he was always hustling, and I that's what I love about Will. I always liked Will because he always had that in him, man. And I don't know if you ever got to meet Fernando. Fernando's a really good guy too.
Yeah.
Dude, their hustle was awesome. You know, I
People
respect
would
that.
always be like weird about him selling candy. Be all like, oh, like that, like why are you bringing candy on school campus? Like, this is wrong. Like, this is what, like, being all weird about it. I was like, why are you like it?
Y'all were banking like what, couple hundred a week, more?
Yeah, about 500.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah,
They're $500 a week. They're in high school, man. They were doing it.
I also like like you said, like I thought about the complete other way. Like I respected that. I was like he found his hustle.
Yeah.
First of all, second of all, like he could be doing much worse.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Like-
he could have been hanging out with me and just fucking being a little shithead, you know.
I was, Cody.
well-
I did for a time.
You did for a time.
I didn't sell drugs or
No, you didn't get nothing. You went
We
back
were
in.
up in Walmart stealing some stuff.
I was not a good influence, but you know, I was glad to have Will as a friend though because he also like he was like that guy that like you know he wasn't into that shit and I really respected him for that because like there was a
Yeah.
lot of opportunity. Like he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, you know, he wasn't doing what everybody else was
Yeah.
doing. So like I really liked that about Will and like you know saw that in him. So
Yeah.
that's just I cherish him as a badass friend, you know.
And he's also been one of the only friends that I still have from high school.
Oh yeah, he's
And
one of the
he-
few I still talk to.
And he's like one of, if not the only one. I mean, my other friend, my best friend Antonio. I mean, he obviously texts me all the time. We're best friends, but Will's like the only one that will text me. Like if I don't text other people, like there's not gonna be a friend.
Oh yeah, no, you can't get rid of Will.
But he'll text me, "Hey
I'm
guys,
not
how's it
gonna let
going?"
y'all go to
I know.
Which is cool.
Yeah. I had to get on Cody. He just came back into town. I was like, "You're back in SA? What's up, bro? You text me. When we go chill?"
Where did you
Yes.
go?
I was down in the valley for a little bit. I was
Oh,
helping
yeah.
out some family.
Cool. Okay, so from dealing drugs to selling legal stuff, and then so for some reason Will thought you were a barber. Apparently you're not.
No, not a barber.
Did you ever cut anybody's hair at all?
Oh, I did. I cut. Okay, so I did cut a couple people's hair. 3 to be exact. So
Okay.
3 friends that were dumb enough to let me cut their hair. I did piss poor jobs on them. One guy I did a semi okay. The fade looked alright, and the edge was clean. No, but no, I never did it professionally. That was very dumb of me.
Did they like you the haircut you gave them? Or like, hey, this is good.
Yeah, you probably got it fixed the next day. Most of them,
Yeah.
at least the 2 of them. The one guy, the last one I did wasn't that bad, but no, I didn't know what I was doing. It was just stupid of me to like want to try that
Yeah.
and not go to the proper schooling for it and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna do something for that, you want to go do the proper way and get the license and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like you're doing for realty.
Yeah, exactly. For real estate or life insurance, you know, I get licensed in it and I sell it. And that's me getting, you know,
Yeah.
going all the way with something.
So did you not go back to high school after you dropped out?
No, I got my diploma online.
Oh, okay.
So we did it through the.
So you got your diploma.
Yeah, I got a diploma. I paid $100 for it.
There. At least you got it.
I got it.
you go.
I could say I could have a diploma, so that was good. You know, not having it. I just missed out on the whole high school experience after that, and it
Yeah.
sucked because I kind of just delved into life way before I should have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I basically grew up a lot faster than I should have,
Yeah.
and some part of me I wish that I could go back, dude. If I could go back now, I'd be a lot better student. I'd
Yeah.
be a lot better student. I would take school very seriously. I would, you know, go back and probably go to college. I'd finish school, go to college. I've even thought about it now again, maybe even a business degree, you know,
Yeah.
doing school online, just because I feel that an education definitely gets you a lot further. Because I've been in situations and I applied to those jobs, and you know, I've had this background, real awesome sales background. I can have all the referrals in the world from companies and whatnot, saying that you know I was one of the top performers. But you put me up next to a guy that has, you know, a business degree and all this other stuff, and we're talking about, you know, $150,000 a year job. They're gonna look at the guy with the business degree a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, that's just the case. So.
That's one of the cool things about my profession of photography is you can get a degree in photography.
Oh, yeah.
Really, but that doesn't matter so much because that's something that they can see like with their
Right.
eyes. So like, and like, I could be so much better than someone with a degree.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I'd been doing it before, like I was doing it in high school. They could have started in college and just got their degree and not be as good.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you never know. So like whenever I go to a wedding, I've never once ever been asked for my degree.
Well, imagine this. There's doctors out there right now that are doctors. They're actual doctors. They have their doctorates. They're not doing shit with it. Can
Yeah.
you imagine that? Going to school for all that time, becoming a doctor,
Yeah.
and then not able to do anything with it. That would be like one of my biggest fears. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I just wasted all this time in school and just got my doctorates, and now I don't know what the hell to do.
At least you can be addressed as doctor.
Yes, you can be addressed as doctor. But yeah, I mean, I've seen it though, and that's the crazy thing is like there's college kids out there that they graduated now, and they're out and they got these degrees and not doing shit with them.
Yeah.
And it's a sad effect.
Do you think if you took school seriously, like if you were back then took school seriously, you think you would have been able to get straight A's and been a good student?
Oh yeah. If my focus, because I look at my focus now, and my focus is always on point. Like what I do, what I say I'm gonna do, and the way I go about things and learning things.
Yeah.
It's it's honestly centered around focus because I'm focused on what I want. So
Yeah.
if I told myself back then I want this, I would have been focused on that material. I would have been dead center focused because I've gone through and I've done the tests. I've done tests for studying, getting the real estate, getting the life insurance license. So I've done those tests, and I feel like if I just gone back and I'd done the type of studying that I did and just gave the same effort, oh yeah, I would have had a degree. Could have gone through and finished, done all that.
Yeah. You know what scares me these days? The Zoom school stuff scares me.
Oh man, that shit. It's. I feel like it's gonna make a bunch of idiots because it's a really easy way to cheat. I mean, that's what I've seen a lot of is like people just cheating.
Yeah.
You get the answers online. It's so much easier, and then that is scary because think about it. What if like these people are supposed to be engineers? They're doing it all online, and then they're not really learning the material.
Or doctors trying to do my surgery.
Fuck yeah, man. I don't want a doctor trying to fucking. He cheated his way through his classes and shit, and now he's trying to open me up.
With his lawyer trying
to save me from prison.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
like that scares me. I don't know. I'm in a lot of different ways. I'm scared for the next generation.
Oh yeah, I'm scared for the next generation. Dude, I don't know, man. The way the world's going is pretty freaking crazy. Have you seen all this shit going on with China? China is doing some shit with the military, man.
Yeah.
Their military.
Yeah.
They're building it up. They're starting to. They're fucking buying bases around, like trying to get closer to the U.S. mainland, and so I don't know.
Meanwhile, our president can't even make a competent sentence.
Oh fuck, yeah, dude! I don't even know what to say about that guy, man.
I mean, I really try. Like I'll look at his speeches and I like pull up the word by word like the captions so I can read what. And it's not like.
Yeah, man. I have little hope. I mean, I hope that like we can make it just through his presidency and not some war popping off or like some shit going way left or way south because like we've already had so much shit happen. I don't think the world's prepared for fucking World War III right now. Like if we got some shit like that starts popping off and I don't know. I think it's gonna be more of like other countries on the other side of the world pissing off each other and then getting into like a domestic war and then turning it into something else. But there's just there's a lot of that. It's pretty crazy. And whenever you think about how much is going on in the world right now.
Yeah, I think one of the predictions that I think that maybe even by the end of this year, but I think that Kamala's gonna end up being the president. Kamala Harris.
Oh, Kamala. That is probably a valid call. The dude may end up being. He may die or just end up in a freaking senior home,
or they'll declare mentally incompetent or something.
Yeah, because, and I don't know, with Harris in office, I don't know what she's gonna do. Yeah, because she hasn't really said much during this presidency. Or we haven't gotten anything out of her. So I honestly don't know.
I mean, she says some dumb stuff too. I watched this interview with her today actually, and they were asking her it wasn't like an interview about politics so much.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they got into it, but I mean, they were trying to get to know her, and they asked her, "Who is your favorite rapper alive?" She said Tupac. She said Tupac is her favorite rapper alive. I was like, what?
Oh, man. Yeah, first woman in office, so give it to her.
Yeah. There's that.
But I'll tell you what though, I'm afraid for the outcome of like this presidency and like what's gonna happen because it's like, dude, if Biden stays in office, we got 3 more years of him, right?
Yeah.
3 more years of him, there's no way he's gonna make it for full 3 years. Probably by the end of this year, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris will take over.
Yeah.
China right now, with the way they've been amping up their military, I feel like they know that right now the United States is a lot weaker.
Yeah.
In the sense of like who's backing us up right now, and I think they're noticing those weak points. So I don't know.
Mexico, even like Mexico and a lot of like Central and Southern American countries are like absolutely hate Biden.
Oh yeah, they don't like him,
and they're like just absolutely hate it.
He's, I mean, that honestly, man, I voted for Trump. I wanted Trump to stay in office.
Oh, me too.
You know, I did not want this dude in office. Whenever he actually got voted in, I was just really surprised, honestly. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this is, America may just be in the shitter.
Yeah.
You know, and what he wants to do as far as, like, stopping this Keystone pipeline.
Yeah.
And
He already did. He shut the whole thing
he
down.
shut the whole thing
He
down.
broke the record for a president losing the most jobs in one day.
Yeah.
The most American jobs in one day.
I mean,
Amen real high.
oh, man, he's not...
What's crazy, too, is, like, a lot of people are surprised now.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
Like,
why are you
what?
surprised? We warned you.
Like,
The whole... There was campaigns about this shit, and they talked about this, and, like, what could happen, like,
Yeah.
what the agenda
Trump
was.
even said it all. Like, he had all these predictions.
Yeah. And it's happening.
And people are like, what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't believe it. If you
Stupid
believe what's
ass.
happening, it's like, yeah, we can.
Oh, I mean, man, just everything right now is just it's showing it. You have gas prices shooting up. You have
Oh, yeah.
lumber. You see the thing with lumber. I mean,
Yeah.
the market right now is so crazy
Yeah.
that if people are waiting too long to buy a house, that they can't buy it anymore because it's already gone up too high that they can't build the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's the lumber cost, and it's crazy.
And the other thing that worries me, like as a man, like I just feel worried, like trying to date in this world. Like, first of all, I don't know if I'm going on a date with a dude or a chick anymore. Like half the time.
That is scary.
It's like,
You almost have to check before.
yeah, and then even like they could, even if they are one or the other, like they could identify as the other one, and it's like I don't even know what's going on.
No. I like to. Usually I think most like trans they have to like put that they're like transsexual in their profile now.
And even if they're like a woman, you know, not transgender or anything, like
So
half of
maybe
them
like
hate men, and it's
yeah,
like,
they just fucking hate women. I don't know, man. I've been running into that.
and then
Honestly,
half of them you don't know if they're 14 or 32.
yeah, dude.
Like,
I hear that. Growing up fast these days. Crazy.
yeah.
So like, just even recently, man, dealing with girls I was talking to, I won't lie, man. I sometimes I get around, but
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I had started talking to this one girl, and it's like I see too much of the same person in like almost every girl I see. Like it's so weird to say, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like this girl was just so basic in the way that I've seen so many times before.
Yeah.
And it got annoying, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is like really weird. And so dating now, yeah, it is hard because like you really don't know. You don't know how stupid people are, like what they're doing, you know, and how they are about things. So I don't know.
I think a lot of girls are also just very like, I don't know what the right word is, like vile. Like just, but I don't even think they know it. Like some of them don't even know it. Like just like the way they're wired, like they just say something, and like us, we'll be like, I can't even believe she just said that right now. But they're just like going, they'll just keep going, and it's like what? Like if I said that, like it'd be over. like someone would have killed me, or like it would have been over. Like that.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't think they mean to be vile or rude or like whatever. I just think that like Like they're just like that's just how they talk, or that's just how they think, and it's like
Probably.
they just don't.
I mean,
It's like
I don't know. Trying to explain girls is a very hard subject because girls are very weird, man.
Oh,
Dudes are very weird.
Yeah.
Guys, as guys, we could be very weird.
and they're like intense with each other too. Like, you think guy fights are bad? Oh my gosh, dude!
Girl fights some shit.
Oh
That's some
gosh.
cat fight, pulling hair and fucking. Just trying to
They'll like hair
fucking bras off and shit.
Like, oh my
They go all out.
their weaves out.
You can't you can't pull them apart and shit.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's bad. I have 7 sisters, so I've seen
my
them whenever
gosh.
they get in like their cat fights and
Dang.
shit.
I have 1 sister and 3 brothers. Wait, 1 sister and 2 brothers.
So I got 2 other brothers and I got 7 sisters.
Oh,
So
dang.
it's 10 of us all together.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, so I got a big family.
That's crazy. That's a big family. And you're all biological?
So my dad had 4 kids with my mom and then 5 kids with his ex-wife.
Okay.
And then my mom had my brother Michael with another husband.
Okay. So where do you lie on how
I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Almost dead center.
Yeah. I'm the oldest. Which is fine, I guess.
So my brothers are older than me, and then a couple of my sisters on my dad's side are older than me.
Yeah. Are any of them into sales too?
No, my brother Ricky. Well, my brother Michael, he's kind of into sales, but he does he's like the head of like a company now.
Oh, dang.
He does like a lot of computer software type of stuff. And he's worked for like Google. He's worked for
Oh, wow.
Hewlett Packard, that type of thing.
Dang, okay.
And then my brother Ricky, he started an oil company, man, and he's doing
wow.
really well. I mean,
There's good money in
I'm
oil.
very proud of my brother, and both my brothers are doing really awesome and killing it. You know, so I look up to them a lot.
Yeah.
Because my brother, he's killing it with the oil game now. He does it's like a construction business for oil.
Yeah.
They set up the rigs and stuff like that.
Do you think they had an impact on your change too? Like you were saying, like you don't want to put your parents in these positions.
Yeah, of course, man. I think about my family and like everybody I love, and you know, our family. Though sometimes we can seem distant, like we are a close family.
Yeah.
You know, something happens. Like whenever I got shot, everybody came. You know,
Yeah.
it was just certain situations. Like you know, we love each other. And you know, my brother, you know, he cried to me too. Like, you know, he didn't want to see me go through that. And,
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I don't want to put my family through that at all.
Did you get your back tattoo after you got shot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got it after.
Did it have to do with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it came at a really cool time because like the guy that did the tattoo was the same guy that did my knuckles, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm entering a contest. It's for a back tattoo," and I was like, "All right, Batman." Like it was a contest that he was doing. He was charging me a lower fee on it, so it was only gonna be $1,200, but it's a full back piece, and we had to get it done. Like the time frame was like within the 6 months, but man, it was just like every session was so bad.
Yeah. How many sessions was it?
It was it's still not done. I have to go back for the blessed part and a little filling on some roses, but no, I've done probably like 5 or 6 sessions on it.
Oh wow!
And it's just each session was just so bad. And
is the competition over yet?
no, it had already been over. So he had 2 other back pieces. He wasn't able to complete mine in time, so the other 2 were shown off in like the contest. But mine were still finishing up. I got to go back and finish it soon. I just been putting it off, man, because I'm scared to go back and get under the needle on this one at least, because it fucking hurt. Yeah. The last parts that need to be done are just gonna be the worst.
Yeah, I bet. Oh man, I don't know that I'd ever get a tattoo on my back. First of all, I can't ever see it.
Yeah, that sucks, right? Like not being able to see the tattoo that you got back there.
Yeah. Second of all, that's just awful thing. Like I just don't know if I would.
It is horrible.
But
Don't recommend it for anybody.
I don't think I want to be covered in tattoos anyways like that. Like, not because I mean, it looks fine. Like, it's cool. Like, people, that's their thing. But I just want to get, like, a few that mean something to me. Like, I don't need to be, like...
Covered in them.
Yeah, you know. And also, like, I just want them to where if I put on a long sleeve shirt, like, if I wear a suit, like, you would never be able to know I have tattoos.
Yeah.
Which... Yeah.
Me, I made it kind of hard on myself once I got the finger ones, but...
Did you get those pretty young?
Yeah, I got those like 15.
Oh, wow. Dang.
So I was really young. But it was actually green, so it was in the first round was green ink. So under this first one, you can almost see green ink. That was pinning.
Oh, wow.
Green pinning.
Dang.
And we did it. My friend had made like a homemade gun.
Oh, wow.
And gave me a tattoo with that. So.
And then so you got it done over it?
Yeah, I got it done over just to make it look nice to the badass characters, but.
At least not something crazy written on there.
No. Eventually, I want to sleeve out the rest of this arm.
Yeah.
Fill this all up. I'm probably gonna be the same way, just cover my whole body in tattoos, man. I'm kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, tattoos are a cool way of like expressing yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to not be super into tattoos, but for some reason recently I've just been into them.
They're cool. I mean, especially if you're getting like something nice, if you go to a good artist.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've also been like super, super picky about it. Like I would never like just be like, oh, I feel like going to get a tattoo today.
Yeah,
and just go
I wouldn't recommend it.
Like,
think about it, you know, look into it, see what you want to get.
Yeah.
Choose the right good artist.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
You know.
I don't think I would ever.
Don't
just,
cheap out.
Like,
Don't cheap
walk
out on
into
an
a
artist.
shop and be like, anybody can do a tattoo today? It's like, I don't know if people do that. Piercings are different. You just walk in and get a piercing and it's whatever. Like it's hard to mess up.
Oh, yeah, I remember piercing my ears. I was in middle school. I pierced my ears.
Yeah.
Did it in the bathroom with the
ice and
a needle that I took from my dad. He was a nurse. And took one of his needles and fucking pierced my ears with it.
Did you put ice there, numb it up?
A little bit, and then I shoved the freaking. Once I did the needle, I shoved that the little stud in, and it was still like just hold. The needle really didn't do much, I guess, and I remember pushing it through and just feeling the pain, like.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I had my nose pierced a couple times. I need to get it redone. The first time I had a ring, and I had to take it out for a job, and the second time I had a stud, but like my body rejected it, and it got whole infected, so I had to take it out because it wouldn't stop getting infected. My body thought it was some kind of foreign material or something, I guess. But yeah, that was fine. I mean, it wasn't too painful to me, really.
I thought about getting like even my like eyebrow or my nose. I don't know, pierced, but no, I'm like no, probably not.
Yeah.
But
one thing I can never get pierced is my tongue. That sounds
sounds
awful.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's just good. It's hot on chicks though. It's hot on chicks. I met some girls with like their tongue pierced and other things pierced that I thought was pretty hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it'd be awful trying to eat, at least for the first week with it.
Oh, yeah, because your shit's all fucking...
Yeah.
Bleh.
Or if you bite it.
Just biting into your tongue the whole time you're trying to eat.
Yeah.
Just bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, that just sounds not good to me.
No.
At all. Ugh, no. Some people get the dimple piercings. Like right
I've seen those.
I don't know if I like those very much. Some people are okay, but...
Those are cool.
Yeah.
They look good on some girls.
Yeah.
She has to be real petite and like...
And she has to have
sexy.
dimples.
Yeah.
Like people that do it that don't have dimples, it just looks weird.
Yeah. That's what they're trying too hard.
Yeah. The guy that does my brother's tattoos and that's going to do my tattoos, he has a piercing right here. It's two...
Is it Chris?
Yeah.
Chris? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. You know him?
I don't know him personally. I know him through just friends from school.
Yeah, he went to school.
And I've seen him doing tattoos. I want to go to a tattoo for him too. He's been doing some really awesome work, man. So
it's been crazy watching him. Like
he's grown a lot, man. And just in his work, and I see it, and I respect that so much, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, super cool. I'm gonna have him on my podcast.
Yeah, dude, need to.
Yeah, it's just hard to book with him because he's like blowing up now, and it's like.
Oh yeah.
But he said to go into the studio and do it there in person, which is probably better anyway. So I'll probably do that soon, and get some work done.
Oh yeah.
Get it on a podcast. I think that'd be so cool. I think that'd be such a cool podcast.
Getting work done while you're on podcasts.
Yeah.
Some next level shit.
Yeah. I'm just worried about the gun noise. Like going into like zzz.
Should be able to like proof it out or something. I don't know.
Something like that. But if the mic's all the way up here and he's working up here, it should be
Yeah.
fine. But I think that'd be super cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna do like a half sleeve. So basically, like I have one that's a camera, and then I'm gonna do one for the podcast. So I'm gonna have him do the camera. I'm gonna have another one do the podcast one for on the podcast, whatever. And then right here, I'm gonna get real life.
Nice.
Which is the podcast, my photography thing. It's just all real life, and it's spelled REEL, which is like photo reel, video reel, whatever. So
that's awesome.
This sleeve, and I'll just let people go hard on this one. This one, I'm gonna get a tattoo from The Office on here. Have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah. Oh, I love The Office. It's awesome.
I think everybody should watch that.
I had a Michael Scott car.
Really?
I had the Michael Scott car.
The Sebring?
Yeah, the Sebring. Yeah, the drop top. I had one of those. It was one of my first cars.
It's Britney, bitch. Did you ever do that?
Oh, no. Oh, man. But my friends made fun of me all the time for having the Michael Scott car.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm just going to get... There's a point where Michael says to David Wallace, he says, you have no idea how high I can fly when he quits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get that tattooed right here with the paper airplane.
That's dope.
And, I mean, it can mean... It doesn't have to be in the office. Like, it means whatever. So that'd be cool. And then I'm just going to... I don't know. All kinds of stuff. I have a bunch of stuff planned. I'm going to get eagle on my leg. I've wanted a leg tattoo for a long time. I'm going to get an eagle. I'm going to match it with my brother. I'm going to get eagle tattoos.
That's dope. Yeah, I need to fill up my legs, too. My legs are so bare.
Yeah.
I have one on my ankle.
My mom's middle name, or her maiden name, is Aguila, which is Spanish for eagle. So that's why we're going to get the eagles. And that'd be cool.
Man. Have you... your brother, is he tatted all over?
He doesn't have any on his legs. He just has his chest, back, and his arms. And, like, right here on his neck. He doesn't have anything, like, here yet.
Did you get that all from Chris?
The big 7 on his back he didn't get from Chris, and the microphone right here he didn't get from Chris. But that was before, like, Chris was, like, had a studio and stuff like that. So, and this one he got on his 18th birthday, the microphone, like, at midnight. And so, yeah, that was... This one, I don't know if Chris touched it up. He had someone redo it because it was just not.
Was it good?
Like,
Are you talking about Luke's tattoo?
Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Chris redid the 7 though, or if someone else did. Because it was like crooked and like all like so someone had to redo it and like make it thicker so it was centered and like just do all kinds of, like it was just not.
Yeah. That
dude got arrested. The dude that did his tattoo the first time, he got arrested for something.
The dude that did my sleeves, I wanted to go back to it. I found out he was locked up. That sucked. I was like, oh man, he'd do my shit cheap, and he wasn't that bad. I mean, but yeah, I found out, or he got locked up, and I was like, damn, he got time too. Like 15 years.
Dang. That's not good.
No.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, but the rest of them are Chris. The Sewer Rich is Chris. The Angels Fighting the Demons is Chris, and the Heaven and Hell is Chris. I'm pretty sure the Heaven and Hell is Chris. Oh, and the If You Only Know What It Took is Chris. I think.
I like Chris's work. It's good.
Yeah, I might go to him.
Yeah.
You should.
You have a tattoo planned?
I do, dude. I want to get a like a yin yang either on my chest or my bicep.
Okay.
Chests are
I
pretty
like the
dope.
meaning behind that.
You should get a candy bar tattooed on you.
Yeah. No, you should get like a Hershey bar tattooed on your face. Be like the next Gucci Mane. That'd be pretty cool. That's a good idea, man.
Let's get Hershey above your eyebrow.
Yeah. Candy man.
You think you'd be able to stay in the real estate business?
Probably not, dude. Everybody will laugh at me. All my clients will be like,
The hell? They'll call the broker like, hey, you just sent a guy over here with fucking Hershey on his eyebrow.
Oh my gosh. Just get like a Hershey's Kiss, like right here.
Nah.
Are y'all serious?
Are y'all serious? Nah.
Oh my gosh. That'd be funny, dude. That'd be funny.
It would be really fucked up. You have like a really drunk night. There just so happens to be a tattoo gun in the house, and your friends just start going all dumb on you.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Imagine being that guy. I seen a story like that.
Really?
Yeah, that was like, I guess the dude woke up and they tattooed a bunch of shit all over his face.
Oh my.
I was like, fuck, man, that is horrible. I would probably kill my friends.
That's
Oh, yeah.
so bad.
Exactly.
That's so bad.
Yeah. I wonder how that turned out for that guy.
Probably not very good.
No.
I mean, nowadays you can get tattoos removed.
Yeah, but it's a bitch.
Yeah.
I remember trying to get this removed before this was ever put there.
Yeah.
I tried getting the green shit removed, and that was, dude, painful.
Way more painful than
and
getting
I had
a
to go
tattoo.
for like 3 or 4 sessions of it.
Oh,
and
dang.
it was painful.
Way more painful than getting a tattoo?
Oh, yeah, way more painful than getting a tattoo. I'll never try to get laser removal done again. What's on me is on me, you know?
Yeah.
Never gonna try doing laser removal because that shit hurt bad. I didn't want to sit through it anymore. I went for 1 session and then I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna I'm gonna cover it up tattoo.
Yeah, there you go. The knuckle tattoos haven't hindered your sales at all?
No.
Nobody really cared about that.
No.
Did they say anything when you interviewed or anything?
So, for me, luckily now, I mean, for the most part, eventually probably I'll start having to work with more clients, but for the most part now, I'm doing everything over the phone.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really even deal. They don't see me. I have a good phone voice. I could sell over the phone pretty well.
Yeah.
So luckily they can't see me. But if I were to go try to get a job inside of like corporate office, I'm sure it might be a problem.
Could you just put makeup over it? Have you ever tried that?
Nah, I don't try to cover them up. If the employer doesn't like them, then it's whatever. But
Yeah.
It didn't stop me from getting a job at Lorica. It didn't stop me from getting a job at a lot of places actually.
SeaWorld.
Yeah, I had in SeaWorld, Lorica, Spectrum, Toyota Bernie, Audi. These are all really good companies.
Yeah.
And I worked for them. Tattoos were a big issue. I had to cover up whenever I was working at the car sales places.
Yeah.
So I had to wear long sleeves all the time. That was the only part that sucked.
What'd you do to cover up your knuckles?
I couldn't.
Oh, it was just whatever.
Yeah.
Guess you wear gloves, but
Yeah. Well,
not in Texas. Too hot for that.
luckily, I didn't get any face tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to at one point. Like,
Really?
I wanted to put like crosses on I wanted to put a cross on my face and shit. I'm like, so glad I didn't.
Yeah. I mean if you'd gotten a cross on you would not as bad as you getting something over your eyebrow or something like dumb like that.
I'm just glad I didn't because it does it makes it harder for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I've seen people like with like little face tattoos like that or something. They'll just put a Band-Aid over it at work.
Yeah.
It just looks like they have an injury, but it's just covering up a face tattoo or whatever. So, I mean, there's always ways around it, but
Maybe eventually once I'm like turn 40 and like have millions of dollars in my bank account, I don't care anymore. Just be like, fucking, I'll get a face tattoo. No.
How bad do you think that would hurt compared to the back?
I don't think the face would actually hurt as bad. I don't know. I feel like it would hurt, but it wouldn't hurt as bad because I've been cutting my face a lot. So.
Oh yeah.
I
guess it depends where. Like right here on your orbital bone would probably hurt.
Probably. Right here's where I actually had a scar. Right across my face.
Dang. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So I had my face slashed open there.
Oh wow. Dang.
Uh,
Maybe people think you're intimidating for that too.
Oh yeah.
6'4", dude, a bunch of tattoos and
scar on the face, like just bad luck. No, I like it though. I wear this shit with fucking honor. I love all my scars.
You can't change it. So.
Can't change it. Just roll with
What are you
it.
gonna
Roll
do?
the punches.
Yeah.
No, it just sucks though because it's like whenever guys do get like or intimidated or try to fight me or get egotistical, I of course don't want it because I'm about peace now. I don't want any confrontation or whatever. It's like, dude, like. You sat down just take a moment to get to know me. You probably think I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just fucking chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
But no, it happens a lot though, dude. And that's the reason I worry about now going out. I mean, with all the shootings that's been happening in San Antonio, just even recently, it's been really bad, man. I choose not to go out anymore because I'm fearful that, it'll end up going real south and I don't want to be shot.
Yeah.
I don't need to be in that situation. I'll stay away from that situation.
Yeah, well, like, that stuff too, but also, like, we were talking about earlier with the girls, like, I don't want some chick saying I raped her or something, like, after drinking or something. Like, I just get scared of everything now.
Yeah, you have to be real careful. I don't do much drinking anymore. I drank this, but I didn't even drink much of it. Like, I'm not a big drinker anymore.
No.
Because I like being in control of myself. I like being in control of my body, like what I'm doing and stuff.
I'm the exact same way.
I don't do drugs. I mean, I smoke weed every now and then, but drinking for me is just not what it used to be.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of it, but it was more for just partying and
I
shit.
also know my limits pretty well. You know, when I drink, so I know, like, how much I can take.
Yeah.
And I know, like, when I start to feel it, like, I'm pretty, like, aware of myself. So.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I have to like, if I start getting drunk off of something, I don't have to finish it. Like, I can put it down. You know. And most of the time I'm DD anyways, which is fine. Like, I don't really care.
It's always good. Make sure people get home safe.
Yeah. And also, like, just, I like to keep an eye on it, like, everybody at the bar, like, you know, when I go to my group, like, me and my brother and all our friends or whatever, you know, I'd like to be able to keep an eye on them, you know, like, make sure, like, nobody's, like, messing with the girls or, like, you know, the girls are all loose and, like, dancing, like, whatever, like, leave their purse out, like,
no, that'd be the shit for me, too, because, like, going out with my sisters, man, oh, God, dude, that's so bad.
Yeah. Guys
are so rude. Like,
oh, yeah.
And it pisses me off because, like, if I hear somebody say something about my sister, I'm just, I can deal with the catcalling while we're walking down the street and shit, but whenever, like, somebody starts getting real disrespectful and shit, like, I do get, like, that'll bring out the gangster in me. Like, fucking, I'll get in your face. Like, okay, you need to shut the fuck up. Once you start playing with my sister, at least. And see, that's where now I don't even like to go out with my sisters a bunch anymore because I'm like, dude, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get some shit.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be provoked or anything. It just happens. But yeah, because I'm real protective over my sisters.
Yeah. But Luke's like that. He's super protective of her. I mean, she's only 14, you know. She barely started talking to this guy for, like, the first time, went on her first date and all that, but he's, like, very protective of her. First of all, I know they're young, and I know, like, their minds won't even go to these places.
Yeah.
They're so young, and they're just, also, like, they just don't even know what they're doing, really.
Yeah.
So it's, like, not...
I like to think that.
To me, and I also know, like, that's just how life is. Like, she's gonna get in a relationship. She's gonna get married. Like, not everyone's gonna work out. Like,
this is your sister?
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not, like, you know, pressing every single dude, like, you know, grab him by the throat, put him on the wall. It's like, I understand, like, that's how life is. She's gonna be in a relationship. She's gonna find someone. Like, it's just, that's how it is. Like, you know. I mean, I've done some knuckleheaded stuff too. Like, you know, like, I've been in my fair share of relationships too. You know, like, I should have been held up against the wall for some stuff I did. Like, I should have been, like, you know, like, whatever. But like this is how it is. Like, I'm not gonna be, you know, drinking and partying and going out to these bars, you know, whatever, smoking weed every once in a while, but then be all, like, protective of my sister because she wants to drink with her friends or wants to smoke weed or something. It's like, that feels hypocritical to me. Like, I can't be out here doing all this stuff and then being, like, all up on her for it. Like, that's just...
No, for sure. You know, it's like, I had a niece. She was 15, and, oh, man, I didn't even know it, but, like, my sister finally told me, like, what was going on. She was getting into a whole bunch of shit. 15 years old. And it scared me because she came out here from Katy, Texas to San Antonio, Texas, and it was just a lot more...
Yeah.
It's a worse environment. People out here are just bad, and, you know, like, I went and I, like, talked to my niece, and I was like, there's bad people out here. There's people out here that, you know, they will kidnap you. They will human traffic you. You know, like, you can't trust people out here.
Yeah.
And because there's just a lot of naiveness. You know, like, my older sisters now, like whenever I go out with them, they're real protective over themselves. Like, they know, like, if guys, if they don't like a guy, they don't want him around, they let him know real quick, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely, though, like, whenever I go out with them, it's easier to get in a fight because people will see me, and then it's usually guys that just have something to say, and then, you know.
But also, I would much rather, like, be on good terms with her about these things and, like, know what she's doing,
Oh, yeah.
rather than her doing it behind our backs. And, like,
Oh yeah, and she knows. Like I let my sister know. Like if I don't feel like going out, this is the reason why. Because I just divide this situation there may change or whatever. My sister, she usually goes out by herself now too. But for a while there, we were partying a lot together and just you know, getting into shit.
Yeah. And also, like, when I do go out, I try. Ooh, jeez. When I do go out, I try to go to places like that I know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, I'm not gonna. Everybody's
My
like,
sisters are
like,
crazy
there's
though.
this new bar, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go.
My sister's, man, she's crazy. She'd want to go wherever it's popping and booty shaking music is playing.
Yeah.
Oh man, wild.
There was one time a couple weeks ago, I was with my brother and our little group of friends, and we went. We usually go to the Stout House right up here on Pachenko, and it's small. Like, we can see everybody. We know the bartenders and the bar back, whatever. So like everything's cool, and you can, like, it's not so loud where you can't, like, hear things, and it's not like
more of just an actual bar vibe, not a club scene.
Yeah, like, it's wide open, like the doors, so people can see in. Like, it's cool. Like, it feels safe. Like, we know everything. We know everybody. It's fine, right? One time they wanted to go to Shenanigans or whatever. There's a Shenanigans bar, like, right over there, but, like, we've never really been there. Like, it's like, and it's, like, way bigger, and it's more, like, clubbish. Like,
yeah, it's a lot more
super
clubbish.
Loud, like, super, super dark. Like, you can't see anything. You don't know any of the waitresses or, like, the bar backs or anything. Like,
I've been to Shenanigans, so I know it's definitely a lot more club vibe.
Yeah, and so, like, we laughed. Like, we're like,
this ain't the scene.
Yeah, like, we're like, it just doesn't feel comfortable enough to chill here. I mean, if it was just me and my brother or whatever, like, we might stay there for a while. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But, like, we got all these girls with us. First of all, second of all, like the people, like, they were just being. People just being weird, like, it was just...
Yeah. It's hard for me going out now, because, like, I don't see the fun in it. No, I feel like I got kind of burnt out from partying, honestly. I did a lot of it. So I definitely feel like I've been burnt out. I focus more on just working, and I take a lot of pride in what I do, and working on myself, working out, that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, what do you tell someone that was in your position, getting into some bad stuff, having a hard head, not really seeing the future?
Man, if
getting lucky, not.
If I could tell that person anything, it would be to maybe act a lot sooner. Maybe take action a lot sooner. Maybe realize a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Maybe bring that up to him, and because I feel like if I maybe acted a lot sooner, if I would have been a little more aware of my surroundings a lot sooner, a lot of things wouldn't have happened to me,
Yeah.
But, you live and you learn.
Yeah, definitely. All right. We're going to do the quote of the day. Basically, I just pick one out and I put it up there. Get this out here. Okay. While I'm doing this, you can actually sign this poster. Boom. All the colors are right there. This is from Dwight Schrute from The Office. That's funny. Pretty fitting. You only live once. False. You live every day. You only die once. Dwight Schrute. That's a good quote.
I have horrible handwriting, man, so sorry.
No, you're good. You only live once. False. You live every day. You only die once. Amen. Okay, what about that as well? What do you tell someone that's looking for God?
I'd say get in touch with him. Seek him out. Even if you don't go to church, seek him out. Seek out God. Seek out, peace with him. Because I feel like if you can give your life over to God, it opens up a lot more doors. It's helped me. I believe that, God had a purpose for me, and I'm living that. I'm breathing it,
Yeah.
And I'm here, and so just tell anybody that is seeking God to find him, and just pray to him. Believe that through him your situation could change. You know, believe that faith in him can really manifest in your life. You know, and bring whole things that you never thought could happen.
Yeah. There you go. You heard it here. Yeah.
Pretty wild, man. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, we're about to end right here, actually. I was just gonna recap, and I just completely blinked there for a second. Yeah, don't have a hard head.
No shit. Don't have an hard head.
Start earlier. Seek God. Those are 3 things from this podcast. If we take anything from this podcast, those 3 things. Yeah. I guess I would also say, like, ask for advice. You know.
Yeah, always be open to advice.
Yeah. Be open to it. Be open to learning. Be open to learning more than anything. Be open to learning new things. If you know something and you're stuck in your ways, be open to learning and opening your mind to something else.
Yeah.
That, I think, is biggest key.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, thank you for watching this podcast. This is episode 29, and also thank you for watching me for a whole year. I'm going to keep going, keep chugging along here, so hope you guys stay for the ride. You have social media?
Instagram, just 5 in life.
Okay. His Instagram will be linked below in the description here. If you want to go follow him, or if you need advice, or if you...
Always open to questions and
insurance.
helping out people. Hey, man, I love to motivate. I love to help, see people do good, and, I'm all about that. So if anybody ever has questions, if they're ever going through anything in life that they think that they can't get through, man, I'd be happy to give you some advice.
There we go. All right, thank you for watching this podcast, and I'll see you next week for the next one.
All right, thanks.
You've been Cody Johnson.
Hey, that's the name of a country star. Cody Johnson. Yeah.
Name of a country star and a football player.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You should have just been like, I'm him.
I know, it could have been. I sucked at football.